You've heard of Al Capone, but did you know the criminal empire he built still thrives today? The Chicago outfit started as a ragtag group of street thugs and grew into one of the most feared and powerful mafias in American history. From blood-soaked rivalries to corrupting city officials, this is the story of how the Chicago outfit became a legendary force in organized crime, and it all began with a single murder. The story of the Chicago outfit begins in the early 20th century, long before Al Capone became a household name. Chicago, like many other American cities, was grappling with waves of immigration, and with this new influx of people came a rise in crime. Among the new arrivals were Italian immigrants, many of whom settled in Chicago's Little Italy, near the city's south side. It was here that a group of Italian street gangs formed the foundation of what would later become the Chicago outfit. The man who had shaped these gangs into an organized criminal empire was Giovanni Big Jim Colosimo. Born in Italy and arriving in the U.S. in 1895, Colosimo started out as a low-level thug but quickly worked his way up. By the early 1900s, Colosimo had built an empire based on prostitution, running a series of brothels throughout Chicago. He was known as the King of Vice, controlling much of the city's underworld. Under his leadership, Chicago's criminals became more organized and efficient, but the full potential of the criminal network had yet to be realized. Johnny Torrio. Torrio was a sharp-minded, business-oriented gangster who came to Chicago from Brooklyn to work under Colosimo, who was actually his uncle by marriage. Torrio had bigger ambitions than Colosimo and saw an opportunity to grow the organization. In 1920, the U.S. government passed the 18th Amendment, which banned the production, distribution, and sale of alcohol, starting the Prohibition era. While this was meant to curb crime and improve public morality, it instead created a golden opportunity for organized crime to thrive. Torrio understood this and wanted the Chicago outfit to capitalize on the illegal alcohol trade. However, Big Jim Colosimo wasn't interested in moving into the bootlegging business. He was comfortable with his existing empire of brothels and gambling dens, and he wasn't willing to take the risks that came with smuggling liquor. Torrio, on the other hand, saw Prohibition as a massive opportunity to expand the outfit's power and wealth. The tension between the two men grew, and Torrio soon realized that if the outfit was going to grow, Colosimo would need to be removed from the picture. In May 1920, Colosimo was shot and killed in his own restaurant in a well-executed hit. While no one was ever formally charged with the murder, it's widely believed that Torrio ordered the hit, clearing the way for him to take control of the outfit. This was a pivotal moment in the history of organized crime in America. With Colosimo out of the way, Torrio seized control and immediately set about transforming the Chicago outfit from a local gang into a well-oiled criminal machine. Torrio knew that running an organization of this scale required more than muscle. It needed strategy. That's why he called on a trusted enforcer from Brooklyn, a man who would soon become the most infamous gangster in American history, Al Capone. The early days of Capone in Chicago. Al Capone was born in Brooklyn in 1899 and got his start in the criminal world working under New York gangster Frankie Yale. Capone quickly developed a reputation as a ruthless enforcer, unafraid to use violence to achieve his goals. When Johnny Torrio invited Capone to Chicago in 1921, Capone saw it as an opportunity to take his career to the next level. Capone was just 22 years old when he arrived in Chicago, but he quickly made a name for himself. Under Torrio's mentorship, Capone learned how to navigate the complex world of organized crime. Torrio taught Capone that running a criminal empire was as much about business as it was about violence. Torrio wanted to build an empire that was not just feared, but respected and seen as untouchable by law enforcement. While Torrio focused on the big picture, Capone was given the task of handling the outfit's bootlegging operations. Bootlegging was a dangerous but lucrative business, and Chicago was one of the prime battlegrounds for control of the illegal alcohol trade. Rival gangs were also trying to take advantage of the massive profits to be made from smuggling liquor into the city. Capone's willingness to use violence helped the outfit secure its position as one of the top bootlegging operations in the city. He orchestrated brutal hits on rival gangs, using everything from drive-by shootings to bombings to intimidate anyone who tried to muscle in on the outfit's territory. While Torrio had preferred to avoid public attention, Capone didn't mind the spotlight. He was brash, flashy, and unafraid to flaunt his wealth. He quickly became a public figure, earning the nickname Scarface due to a distinctive facial scar he received in a bar fight years earlier. The outfit expands. As Prohibition continued, the outfit expanded its reach. Torrio and Capone weren't content with simply smuggling alcohol. They began to diversify the outfit's criminal portfolio, moving into areas like gambling, prostitution, and protection rackets. The profits were enormous, and the outfit became one of the most powerful criminal organizations in the country. However, the violence that came with controlling the illegal liquor trade eventually caught up to Torrio. In 1925, he was nearly killed in an assassination attempt by rival gang members. After recovering from his wounds, Torrio decided it was time to retire. He handed control of the Chicago outfit over to his protege, Al Capone. At just 26 years old, Capone was now in charge of the most powerful criminal organization in Chicago. Under his leadership, the outfit would grow even more powerful, but Capone's rise to the top came with a price. As the violence escalated, so did the attention from law enforcement and the federal government. Capone's reign would take the Chicago outfit to new heights, but it would also set the stage for his eventual downfall. And so, with Capone at the helm, the Chicago outfit entered its most notorious and dangerous period. But how long could Capone keep control before the law caught up with him? In the next part, we'll dive into Al Capone's rise to power, the infamous St. Valentine's Day Massacre, and how the outfit's violent tactics put them on a collision course with the U.S. government. And so, the stage was set. The Chicago outfit, once a loose collection of street thugs, was now a powerful and organized criminal empire. Under Johnny Torrio's leadership, the outfit expanded beyond its humble beginnings, and with Al Capone stepping into the spotlight, things were about to change even more dramatically. As Capone took control, the outfit would grow larger, more violent, and more infamous, but with that growth came the attention of law enforcement. Capone's rise to power would lead to one of the most notorious chapters in American crime history. But while the outfit was thriving, Capone's methods were turning the tide of public opinion and putting the outfit on a collision course with the U.S. government. In the next episode, we'll delve into how Capone ruled Chicago with an iron fist, his bloody battles for control, and the brutal tactics that would ultimately lead to his downfall. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning of the Chicago outfit's dark and dangerous legacy.